Your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved, back with you. Now, I recently addressed the Zabella Minx thing. Your favorite rappers time, your favorite movie stars time, your favorite pornography stars time, your favorite rappers time, your favorite entrepreneurs time, your favorite moguls time. You know what time it is. Let's get into it. Now, let me discuss quickly my analysis of Queen Prodigy's give off into the live stream that happened this weekend. Let's be real. Queen Prodigy took the time out of her day to talk about not only the spiritual nature, but the motivational levels of how this information was released, even giving her detailed opinion on different things Zabella has said about credibility, even addressing those who have questioned her credibility, and she's done it all in a respectful way. This is very important because this separates mice from men. This separates different people who may have some reasoning behind doing things a certain way. This clearly identifies those who we have not yet addressed. This is strong indications of truthfulness. Now, she has also had time to do contracts with many reputable people, respectable people, and stood her ground. But yet she's being told she's fake, that she's just some psychic, she's this whatever. But at the same token, none of these people address different situations and direct topics like she did. No one. So what am I to think about her if she stands her ground giving her opinion when other people's rather sit back and just tell her she's not credible? Now, through X's situation, Queen Prodigy has made an effort to push a petition. For better or for worse, she made a direct decision. No, we did not address direct moguls on different receipts because she wanted to show what she brought to the table versus what you measure against anyone else, which I give that reasoning and that objective opportunity, being respectful to who it is she is. Because I have not read anything where she said something off base, where it was released a certain way, that I could take away that opportunity from her. But keeping that in mind, she stayed respectful and didn't slander anyone's name publicly on our live stream as we went through very serious, detailed topics. That's respectable. Her even having contact with individuals behind the scenes that was not verified by these individuals to make it seem like she wasn't credible after they already spoke to her about certain topics. Why would this be? Why would she be held in a status of being a fake, some type of person that was not reputable, if she stood her ground the way she did? And we have not seen one person yet to come on and give details to the proof to combat and battle that of which we've spoken about in our objective, free-thinking way. Because there's not many critical thinkers to this society. There's not many people that are looking to stand in a place where others who are fearful to do it because they care what everyone thinks about them. They care to lose friends off of them speaking if the truth might come out. They care what would happen if someone was to say, well, I think that you're wrong. They care about that. We never cared about that. Her directly reaching the people around the situation shows she cared about justice. She cared about what mattered. So we should feel some type of way and just follow the leader because we have independent minds that care about what it is we do, that care about what it is we have as careers, as far as implicating wrongs, truths, and what matters. But people rather take away the focus by asking a question that's not even relevant, as if they didn't ask these other questions when things were addressed in the past. And I remember it. That's why I read everything that's disclosed. So I'm supposed to switch up the subject because you don't like it being talked about because you feel some level of guilt. That was Queen Prodigy's part. She showed that the levels of guilt and that the positions of certain people in place may have caused certain situations to be apparent. Even though she did not give into direct information about certain subjects that were not relevant but could have been related, she still stood her square, giving information in the best way she could without jeopardizing what it is she does for business, not disrespecting any client, not overstepping the boundaries on anyone's livelihood or life. She let it be known, yes, I can attest certain things were happening and I was getting vibes, and my realness can be co-signed by that of certain people within the situation that already know that I am official. Period. That's why she was on this live stream. That's why I rock with her and I let her be in that position. To me, gratefully, thankfully, she showed up because I had respect for what it is she does. And not many people can go outside of themselves to put pride aside and let someone else tell the story. But she can. Not too many people can stand outside of themselves and listen to what's being discussed. Now, with this topic, her having knowledge of this individual prior to the occurrence, she was a very affluent person to get involved. That's why she was there. And later on, we saw her taking shots back and forth with certain people, but she stood her ground, letting them know that wasn't the same tune you were singing earlier. That wasn't what you thought of me earlier. And how are you slipping certain things in? Regardless of what you say a person said, why can't they say it where it matters? Why do I gotta go outside of a thing to talk over here when we're over here talking about it, but they want to hop in here with fake names? Why? Why make comments with fake names if you're not willing to stand up and speak about it in a certain way to justify everything you stood for? Yet your first jump is to say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. When at the end of the day, if you're really fighting for justice for a person, how do we affect it when we're going for justice? How do we affect it when we're speaking out on what's truthful, what we feel in our hearts? Who's held back from their free speech? So that means next time someone's rapping a song, they're singing something I don't like, I should run down on them. That's what we're supposed to do. Next time they're squeaking something on stage, I'm supposed to slide off the side with a bunch of dudes and just rock them because they're doing something I do not appreciate, I don't respect. So I'm going to just handle it right there and then because they're rapping about something they shouldn't be rapping about. Because they want to mention something and they're taking clout off something that they didn't create. That's what I'm supposed to do. But even in that situation, I ask you, where's your proof? That makes the difference between the real and the fake. We ask for proof, we stand on questions, and we ask them in an open thinking way. The day freedom of speech gets taken away, that's the day that we'll let these things rock. But until then, we're standing our ground and we're going to speak on what we believe on because that is how we've been raised. That is how we've grown. That's my perception. I haven't seen anything different other than infringing on another individual's rights to live a peaceful life. And if that can't be respected, what else can? If that can't be questioned, what else can? If funny business is happening and someone pays the price around it, why is someone not held accountable for an innocent life paying the price because of someone else indulging in what they want or what they want to see or what they care about versus the likes of others? It's what I care about, forget the rest. If you feel that way, then say nothing, because that is the very reason why all the freedoms that you enjoy, that you care about, are in jeopardy, because you put others' lives in jeopardy, whether they're woman or man, whether they're else or they have alternative lifestyles or they have a normal lifestyle. Who are you to judge them when you may participate in the same things while openly downing them? And she explained to us the way chakras work. TheCzarr didn't have to. She explained the way these different, let's say, spells work. TheCzarr didn't have to. Did you catch the end of the part though? That there's a consequence to using these means to gain what it is you want from this world without you working hard or networking. The two works that obtain some level of strength, that obtain some level of justification to stand as a human being, to be an individual without being criticized, without having the weight of the world held over your head because you believe differently. We've learned this. And through these spiritual teachings and different justifications on how spirits work and how certain people's mind frame works to utilize the energy around them, it may not always be positive for someone. But at the end of the day, that individual that believes in it is held liable for the outcome of what they create. Do not use this as a stepping stone. Do not use this as a tool to justify yourself. Use this as a moment to critically think about where you are, where you want to be, where you want to go, and what you believe, and what beliefs and questions you may still have at your heart. Do not let it be a deterrent to what you look to accomplish. Do not let it be a deterrent to what your belief system is used to just power yourself forward. versus every single trial and just all these type of unjustified actions around you. Be that individual you were meant to be. The queen moves all over the board. She is not held in place or blocked off except to obtain understanding of a piece in front of her that may be blocking her next path to crash through her next target. That is a true queen, and she showed it. The queen does not do it unjustifiably. She stands justified. She stands for what's right, and she moves for the victory. And you know how I rock. All rights reserved.